Neshoba, Lauderdale, Jones, Scott, and Smith, Winston, Leak, you better act right. Don't drive slow and be wild at night. 'Cause you need to know that if you do, that Scotty Ray is watching you. He's everywhere, he's everywhere. That man is faster than a scalded cat. If you do something dumb, then you better run with haste. Scotty Ray's at a wreck before it ever takes place.
And good morning. I'm your friend Scotty Ray. Odie has made it into the room. Good morning to you.
Good morning. Good morning. How are you?
Man, not bad. 75 right now. We're going to get warmer though. 76 in just a few minutes, and then before it's over, Odie, about 97 with 109 on that ding donger there that says the heat index is way up there.
It's coming, and I hadn't talked to him, but I read a post. A friend of mine, I'm not going to say his name. If y'all know. If you know, you know. One of them. Cutting grass, doing some yard work. Wife wasn't home. And
he was out going, I'm free.
Well, no, not this one.
What'd he do?
Didn't turn out real,
she leave
real
him a
good.
message?
She came home, and he's laid out unconscious in the yard.
From heat exhaustion?
From heat exhaustion.
Oh, boy.
That's what they thought. So they got there, picked his head up, started fanning him, cooling him off, called 911. They got him to the emergency room, and the doctor said that this was heat stroke. 15 more minutes, they would have a different outcome.
So tell me this, how many cases, is this one of the, because I haven't heard of a lot of this, is this one of the first that has happened?
That I'm aware of this year, it is. And
watch what you're doing.
Man, this temperature, and like we say, we can't say drink water today for tomorrow. And I tell you, knowing this guy, he drinks some water, and he's healthy. He works. This is somebody that you wouldn't expect to experience this, but this much heat. So brother, our prayers are with you.
Yeah, he should have been on the porch watching his wife do this.
Exactly. I mean that's what you do.
That's exactly what I do.
You hadn't even got her an umbrella that goes on top.
She's been asking for one of those lately, the little roof things
it's not
there.
Christmas yet, is it? Wait till Santa Claus brings it.
Y'all, I'm serious, but that woman is like a grass fanatic. It's got to be cut a certain way. It's got to be done, and I'm not allowed to get near her grass, which I'm tickled over.
Yeah, you had to complain.
Because there's too many bushes to cut around. I mean, you get dizzy on that zero-turn thing spinning around. Whoop, 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 tree here, tree there.
Yeah, but it's tough to watch her do that. You've got to have
it is very tough. Your ice melts. What are you supposed to? Ain't nobody to get it for you.
Yeah.
My heavens.
You keep holding out water, but she's all the way across the yard.
Well, is your friend stable?
He's
so it's good. A good outcome.
It's going to be a good outcome, but be careful. We go back to the simple things. While you're out here in this heat and you're drinking water, it's very important that you urinate. Very, very important. You sweat. You want to sweat. That's your body help cooling off. You start getting confused, slurred speech, you quit sweating, you no longer urinate while you're outside, even if you're drinking water, those are signs of heat stroke. And if your body temperature rises over 105 degrees, then your internal organs can start shutting down, and then we know what's next.
All right, here's a question I don't know the answer to before I ask you this, because I just saw a comment and it went ding, ding, ding. How does this affect animals? What do you know much about that?
So it's going to be the same way with an animal, but concrete, you don't want your dogs and all to walk on a lot of concrete because they sweat through their paws. So if where they're sweating at, but pets, I mean, they deal with the same thing. But Marie, I mean, that's something that's tender to my heart.
Oh yeah,
and that is, then you don't have to put an air conditioner in their doghouse, but at least provide them an area that they can go in and get out of this heat. Provide them with as much water as they want to drink. If you go outside and their bowl's empty, find a way to an automatic waterer that's constantly in there. But if you want an animal and you take on the responsibility of that animal.
And it is a
Treat
responsibility.
that animal the way you want to be treated.
Yes, sir.
You don't just wrap a chain around their neck, stick them in the yard, and tell them to go find a tree that the chain won't reach to get under a shade. That burns me up.
Oh, me and you both.
I want to do that to some of these people.
I remember as a kid, and I think the guy, if I'm not mistaken, he lived in Meridian many, many moons ago. I was a little boy. I think the guy owned the newspaper that was in Clark County, and he had dog houses that had air conditioning for all of his. I mean, it was like tons of them.
Yeah,
he took care of them there.
Like Brian said, you make sure you've got some vents. Heat rises, so heat's going to go up to the top of that dog house. Make sure you've got a way, because if not, you're just.
And Brian knows these things.
Brian knows these things, and if you want to really take care of your dog, put a little fan that's blowing on.
Yeah.
My dog stays. Bert's got his own bedroom.
He's got his air conditioning.
He's got his own air conditioning. Bert's he's good to go. Ice water for your pets.
Don't hurt, does it?
Yes, no, it doesn't. But just be careful with your animals.
Out in Denver, Colorado today, they're going to be wrapping up. This is the end of the trial. They'll be doing their closing arguments on the dentist who decided that his girlfriend was a lot hotter than his wife, and he no longer wanted his wife, so he had been slowly, Odie, poisoning her a little bit each day. He even had a ringtone reminder of give her poisoning, and they played that for the jury. Now, today they're going to be doing the closing arguments, and I think he's got some real troubled times ahead of him after this is all said and done. James Craig is his name, if you want to look that up to learn more about it. That's just downright mean.
Oh, I'm one of those that think that that somebody ought to have a timer for his medication.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I believe they had 6 children, if I'm not mistaken. That's a bunch of kids there. She was 43, mother of 6 children.
You know that song, don't, another one.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. He's in trouble.
Yes.
Depends upon how the court is going to be done. Colorado is very liberal, as we all know, when it comes to the court system, so it will most likely be in Colorado life in prison, if I were guessing.
Yeah.
If I were guessing.
Yeah. Can y'all come down here? Or if
Texas.
you really want the express lane, go to Texas.
Yes, sir. Huntsville.
Oh, boy, they don't play.
But that's a few of the things that's happening there out in Colorado. That's a serious case that we'll hear more likely. And I'm also hearing that the interest rates aren't going to change this week at all.
Yeah.
This guy is just not backing off of this, of lowering interest rates whatsoever. So
He's got to remodel his home. I mean, his office.
Is that what it is?
Well, he's wanting, what they say, the World Trade Center, the United States government spent $3.8 billion rebuilding the new trade tower, And this cat wants $3.1 billion to renovate his office.
The Powell guy?
The money, the
guy that sets the interest
and all that, yeah.
A little expensive there, isn't it?
Well, this isn't a government agency. That's a private industry that controls all our money. That's not a government funded system, and he wants us to pay $3.1 billion for a renovation. And no, dude, go get you a $200 a month office, as far as I'm concerned. We got some of them around here you can borrow.
Here's something, and again, this guy, he just because he's a Republican, and I always remember this, just because somebody's a member of a party, I'm not so sure I trust him at all. Lindsey Graham is going to get a challenge this year. Somebody else is going to be trying to take away that Republican seat from him. Lindsey Graham, in my opinion, is one of those that's on that fence, and whatever way looks best for Lindsey, he puts one leg over the fence in that direction.
Oh yeah, he's a straddler.
Yeah, I don't trust the man. Is that so to speak?
I mean, I'm the same way on that.
I've never met him in person, but from what I see of his policies and the way he acts, I'm just
face to face. There's a lot of them that's nice in the person.
Oh, now that is true.
But and I don't have a problem with a lot of people, but some of the politics. And Lindsey Graham's just happened to be one of them.
As my grandma always said, the devil's going to be the prettiest thing you ever met, and that is fact.
Yeah.
Think about that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Strong words there. We'll be right back. We got so much to go on. We're going to tell you about all what went on in Meridian yesterday. Surrounding areas. We got some stories to tell, and you don't want to miss them. We'll be right back.
Hi, this is Nick at Doc's Toyota, and we are excited to put you in a new Toyota today. We have no dealer markup, no hidden fees, no hassle, and our inventory is always priced to move. Our top-notch sales department and first-class service after the sale guarantees you a fast and comfortable buying experience like you've never had. So come see why month after month, more and more customers have chose to buy from Doc's Toyota. So come see us here at Doc's Toyota in Philadelphia, at docstoyota.com or on Facebook, and remember, there's no deal like a Doc's deal.
The Precast Group, offering you the best selection when it comes to a storm shelter. Located on 145 South in Meridian, where they offer above-ground shelters that can be installed in your home as you're built-in, or conveniently located right outside your home if it's already built. They also offer storm shelters that can be installed in a slight bank or on flat ground. Protect your family today with a very affordable storm shelter from the Precast Group. Highway 145 South, 601-482-0003. The Precast Group.
Spring is here. It's time to get your lawn looking its best with Kubota mowers. Parish Tractor's Kubota Z232 KW42 is the perfect mower for a pristine lawn. And now, you can own one with payments as low as $95 a month. Visit Parish Tractor today and take advantage of this amazing offer. 2.99% APR financing now through 6/30/25. See us or go to KubotaUSA.com for more information.
More than a tractor store.
Welcome back. I'm your friend Scotty Ray along with Odie as we begin this. As Odie came in this morning, I always have a choice of music that you have to go through. Today was Elvis.
Elvis.
And
that was a good one.
I reminded, anybody remember watching the movie Jailhouse Rock?
I remember watching it with Daddy, but I'd have to go back and watch it.
The beginning of the song that started his career in the movie would have been, "I want to be free. I want to be free as a bird in a tree."
Pretty catchy.
It was real catchy, and it of course they had the little inmate talent show that was televised, and
Yeah.
believe it or not, Elvis ended up on it, and he started getting all that fan mail, and the guy that became his manager in there wasn't letting him know how much fan mail he was getting. Elvis gets out, he gets a contract, then that guy gets out of jail later and wants his piece of the pie. I want to be free. Y'all look that song up.
That is pretty cool.
It's a little simple ditty, but boy, what talent Elvis had. That man was the king of rock and roll. Let's just tell it how it is.
Free as a bird in a tree.
But think about that. Sitting in a jail cell, and you look out your window if you happen to have a window.
Have one, yeah.
And you see a bird, and he is free. And there you are.
Just fly off anytime he wants to.
Yeah, but you can't. And it's something to think about.
Yeah.
It's a simple ditty, but boy, that was a strong one there.
You may have gotten away with something for a long, long time.
And in the movie, Elvis he got in a fight in a bar. Someone offended a lady, and as Elvis would do, he defended her honor. And he hit the guy, and the guy died. And so he was sentenced manslaughter to jail.
And
oh my. It's been several movies with that plot. Con Air, because he was the Marine. He walks out the bar, has protect, and he got this sentence.
But that was a good movie.
Yes,
That's a real good movie. That's one of those you can't.
Oh, you can't go past it. If it's on you, stop.
Yeah. We'll finish.
Rambo. Oop, gotta watch.
Oh, especially one. Yep.
Yeah, I know. With Brian Denny. How you pronounce his last name? The guy that was in Silverado as the sheriff.
Yeah.
He would be in the blacklist as the dad.
The stepdad.
Yeah.
I mean, the father-in-law.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Brian Dennehy
Dennehy, yeah.
I can't say it correctly, but he was a big man. You know that?
Something he was a big
He's like
man.
that thick of a man from his chest to his
wide shoulders is what you were saying.
Baby.
Wesley said that they pass out Bibles in prison.
Got to do that.
Thank you. That's good. Yeah, got to have some Jesus in there.
Yes, sir. We go to 8th Street as one of our leading stories that we've got this morning. Let's go here and take a look here. Gunfire would ring out in Frank Berry yesterday. An MDOC officer would be in the area, see it, remove his gun from his holster and draw a bead on someone and hold it to the Meridian Police Department. Arrived on scene to take him into custody. And let's just look at this. It was actually raining yesterday at this point, Odie. I don't know if you can see that.
Oh.
Chief getting out like the rain didn't bother him.
He says, no, this rain ain't got nothing to do with me. I've got work to do.
and they had placed the suspect in the car here. And here's a still picture of that scene there as we went live there yesterday afternoon. Again, that's Frank Berry at the end of the street there. If you go forward, that takes you up to the next street, which would take you out in front of Calvary Baptist.
45th Avenue. Yeah.
It gives you a sense of direction.
No, not 45th Avenue, 39th Avenue.
39th Avenue, and then down at the bottom of the hill is 42nd below Rose Hill Cemetery. No one was hurt. Why the gun was fired, I don't know, and I don't know why the MDOC officer was in the area. I was just told he was in the area.
They're just riding through.
Yeah, and he happened to notice the situation, and that person was taken into custody. Immediately after that, Odie, gunshots would ring out. One gunshot would ring out near Marvin's yesterday. As we go here, I went out and I just took some video of this. It was issued that a Dodge Charger fired a shot at another car. Now, and again, supposedly this was seen by someone that saw it, and I had somebody else go, well, is it one of those cars that backfires that makes that racket? Could have been, but the word that we got originally was that it was an actual gunshot. Again, no one hurt, no one injured on either one of these incidents that happened yesterday in our city.
Well, they've got cameras in that area.
Yeah.
So they ought to be able to kind of spot some of that out.
Now, yesterday morning, immediately after the show was over, there was a press conference held. And as we heard from the Chief Sanders there, the Meridian Police Department, he gave an update on what took place at Northcrest Baptist Church in the parking lot. And then right off of Highway 19 out by the Ag Center, the apartments that are out there, gunfire. I had the story on it, didn't realize that was the same one that he was talking about. But as he went on to this, it's time for this to end, and he said he could ramp up police presence, bring in more agencies, and it may be time for that. We'll get to that here in just a few moments of what's going on with that. Now, doing a fine job. I think a lot of people are behind Chief Sanders as he makes his way through this. He's been there less than 30 days. 28 days, I think, is how long he's been there. And he's learning as he goes.
Well, I mean, he's got to get used to the officers. He's got to really look at everything that's going on and get his plan together. give him a little bit to get going. 30 days, but he's definitely got it in his heart. I see that he's wanting to make some changes, and I think he's going to head us that way.
Yeah, and now here's the next thing that went on yesterday. When you and I went to eat, as a matter of fact, and we were sitting there, and I got a phone call that says, "Where are you?"
You left.
It was just about tip time.
Everybody in there was going, "Go, Scotty Ray!"
And off we went. And I would run up on.
You did leave me and Greg with a tip, didn't you?
I died. I was going to hang around, but I thought I might be late.
Yeah.
So we had to go. And what I found was Zane Royal.
Uh-oh.
And we have, this wouldn't be the second time he called 911 not long ago.
That's right.
And allegedly had somebody who was rude and it didn't work out well. Police arrived this time, and let's just look here at what we've got to begin with, Odie. As police officers arrive on scene, here they are in the background. What they would be doing basically is trespassing and the possibility of, they've had so much theft there, burglaries. And as we flip to this,
good evening. We're here at the Royal Fairgrounds.
More about this. And let me pause this. Zane goes through the deal of telling what happened. The guy drops his backpack. He picks up something, and it looks as though he's going to fire a weapon at him, and he fired into the ground, and then held him at gunpoint until police, and that was to let him know that I mean business. And no one was arrested at this point in time as a business owner for firing a weapon within the city. It was a sort of a self-defense type situation, and it's time that business owners stand up, and Zane done just that. As he said, everything but the kitchen sink has been stolen. As people break in and break out, and they go hawk stuff and sell the metal on anything that they can get their hands on.
And then trying to get it once it's been stolen is slim to none.
This sends a strong message of don't be thieving and don't be trespassing where you don't belong on areas like this.
Well, you're talking about how hot it is. Zane works outside.
Yes, sir.
Zane works where the air conditioner doesn't reach. and he's worked hard building a heck of a business. And I'm with you 100% there, buddy. You protect what you've put your hard work, your blood, sweat, and tears into to build, and to have somebody come in and try and take what does not belong to them. I think it takes that to help the police to straighten up our community.
Tina, I think you're missing the point on all of this. He has a business there, and they've been breaking in his business as well, and all of that is one central area there, taking his tools and whatnot, and this is what prompted all of this.
When I said he didn't shoot at him, he shot in the ground as a, hey, I'm not playing, but like you were talking about, he reached in his bag as if going for a weapon.
And we don't know what was there.
Don't know what was there. We hadn't
there.
heard. But he didn't shoot at him. He shot into the ground just to let him know, don't pull out a weapon. I'm armed too.
And then held him till police arrived on the scene. And it was a bunch of police there.
Yeah.
But I think it was a well-executed plan. No one was hurt. Could have turned out differently had that person, he could have been hurt. I think it was handled right.
Well, it's going to take, Meridian Police Department can only do what they can do, and they're limited. They're after the fact. They would love to be proactive, but right now, until they build up officers, they're going to be reactive. They're a lot more reactive than what they used to be a couple months ago. But it's going to take them some time. But if you really want to clean up the community, it's going to take each and every one of us assisting the police department to make that happen. And we can do it, but we've got to stick together.
Yes, sir, Bob. We'll be right back. More coming up.
Are home problems turning your life upside down? Trust Heblon Heating and Air Conditioning to save the day. We can keep you comfortable with special savings for your home, like up to $3,000 off new HVAC systems or a tune-up for just $69. Keep the power on with a generator. Get $200 off installs and 0% financing for 60 months. We do it all at Heblon Heating and Air Conditioning and offer financing options for any repair or installation. Call for a free quote or visit us online at HeblonHeatingandCooling.com.
Collinsville, Mr. Discount Drugs, your local pharmacy and gift shop, thanks you for your continued support. Whether you shop with us in-store, through our app, over the phone, or in our drive-thru, our team will provide the best personalized customer service experience you expect from your local pharmacy. When you call or message us, you are promptly greeted by the Mr. Discount team that's ready to help. When you choose our pharmacy, you're choosing a locally owned pharmacy that cares about you and your community. Collinsville, Mr. Discount Drugs makes a difference.
H&H Residential of Meridian is your #1 carpet and flooring store. If you've been thinking of a new look for your home or office, call for a free estimate or consultation. H&H can install or you can do it yourself. H&H has all of your design needs from color, style, and texture. If you can dream it, H&H can make it a reality. Come see the large selection of hardwood flooring, laminate, vinyl, and even carpet. H&H Residential of Meridian, open Monday through Friday, 9 to 4, 321 Hawkins Crossing Road. Call Rosemary anytime, 601-462-9541.
Welcome back. I'm your friend Scotty Ray, and Odie joins us this morning as we begin this again. We want to remind you about the temperatures, where we're going to be today. Right now, 76 as we head for a high of 97, heat index of 109. Otis.
Drink water.
We had a medical emergency on the side of I-20 yesterday morning. The Meridian Fire Department, police showed up, and Metro. And Odie, they would have to break the window of the car to get to the person. It was a lady there, and it was still in drive, and she was coming in and out of consciousness. As we go here to take a look here, this is the police department and all of them there. And I'm going to zoom in on this, and you'll be able to see how they got access to her. As you'll look, here's a whole bunch of people showed up to help her, which is absolutely good. And then we're getting ready to zoom in here. Let's take this in here so you can see this just a little bit better. Now, as you can see, that window is busted at that point, and that's how they gained access to get to her. To get her some medical emergency, and then they got her on to the hospital. I don't know what happened after that, but hopefully it was something small and taken care of at this point.
That sounds a lot like heat stroke, losing consciousness, getting confused, possibly having seizures. For heat stroke, Start getting their outer garments off, shirt, pants, all that. Get them in some cold water, and call 911. Have an ambulance come out there immediately. But get them in some cold water. Get them to start getting some of that heat absorbed from their body quick. Heat stroke is very deadly. If you go through heat exhaustion, don't just drink water, especially real cold water. You do want to sip cold water, but you can drink some water, but don't chug it. Don't drink it too fast, especially real cold water. But definitely sip cold water. Get you a rag with some cold water on it. Put it on your forehead. Put it on your arms.
Tell me about those, and I don't know the proper name for those rags that you wet and you put around your neck. What's that called?
Yeah, I can't remember exactly what the material is, but you can keep them in some cold water where your ice water's at. Wrap that around your neck, but a good cold rag on your arms, around the back of your neck, on your forehead. Sip a little water. Get in front of a fan. Get out from underneath the sun. But I'm telling y'all, this is deadly. This heat stuff is it's not a game, and you've got to take precautions. Read your body.
Yeah.
Body will tell you.
I had to call the judge yesterday.
Oh.
So and when I called him, I said, Judge, this is not a joke. Number one, before I call, me and the judge sometimes pick at each other. And
you got to start off a real conversation. Look,
hang on. I said, Judge, and he ain't dating anybody, is he?
I think him and RW's in the same boat. They keep about 3 or 4
let me show you here. I didn't found the judge a girlfriend. Look at wait a minute. Oh, I got to get back on my phone. Let me show you here. And what you think?
Judge.
Yeah. I told him, I said, you better call this lady. Woo-hoo. She's cute.
I believe so, Judge. I think we've got you. RW, we're sorry. We're still trying to work on that. But
the judge is going to beat RW to this one.
I think so. RW, I mean... Eeny, meeny, miny, mo.
Man, I'm telling you, and he's saying, I can't go till next week. You better hurry. Somebody gonna knock on the door before you do. I'm just saying.
All right, Judge. We're gonna have to talk about it.
We will update you as to how the date goes. We're gonna arrange a meeting there. What is it?
I think he's scared that he'll lose his parking space. Judge, play the game. I mean, park back here, and that way you can walk longer hand in hand to the door.
Oh, look at there.
And then they can go eat spaghetti.
We'll make up.
They can have a double date.
We'll let y'all know how this adventure goes with Judge T as he may have a date.
We can do a double wedding.
Ooh, look at there. Wedding bells. We already got them married.
Peanut, good morning. Good to see you as you honked by yesterday, but good to talk to you, my brother there. Glad you're doing good.
You ever had the urge to ride a backhoe?
Well, I like operating those things.
It just kind of reaches out.
I never thought about driving one down the street.
You ever thought about borrowing one when it wasn't yours? Hey, I just want to go for a ride. Well, that would be yesterday. They found it located at 43rd Avenue and South Street. He just kind of left it in the middle of the road and decided to sit down a minute there.
But you know how they found it?
Tell me more.
They followed the tracks. You think I do?
Right to where he was.
There it is.
It does kind of make marks in the street there when you turn them there.
Especially when you turn. A good old track hoe. Them things are fun.
That's what he thought until the police arrived.
Yeah, he had it in full gear going, whee!
At 3 miles an hour.
That's kind of like that fella that took that street sweeper from Philadelphia.
I remember that.
But he made it all the way down here before somebody called and said, look, this just ain't right.
Collinsville, Mississippi at 4 in the morning. Yes, sir, that ain't right.
Oh, Rhonda says, Scotty Ray and Odie, matchmaker extraordinaires.
We're really good at this.
He puts them together, and I marry them.
I mean, seriously, I've got some of these marriages that have made it a long time.
Yeah.
I try to put good people together.
Excavator. It's not a backhoe. An excavator is technically it, but I like the track hoe.
Yeah. It's a mini, is what they call it, a mini hoe. Hush.
This is a morning show, Odie.
I do not.
Please watch your mouth.
Quit smirking on comments like that. That's not. Oh, have mercy. But that went on yesterday. Also, let's see here. Oh boy, let's see. CNBC anchor Jim Cramer accidentally said a wordy dirt on air.
So you mean 3 people heard it?
They did, all 3 of them. He apologized, and no one called in, but he still said it. And we're not going to make fun of anybody because Odie or me could drop something on our finger and say something we shouldn't. Yeah. Anybody can make a mistake. We are human. But let me say this, and y'all know this as well as I do. Do I sin? I don't want anybody to think I don't, because everybody does. And as I've used the example, if I said a word that I shouldn't, probably. Is it going to happen again? Probably. You ask for forgiveness and you roll on when you do those things. But I noticed that the national media, to where never would you have used a curse word in a headline, it's all in the stories now, Odie, when you read it.
Well, you've got to find a way to make you push that button.
Is that what it is?
Yeah. Well, they're digging and digging and digging. And I'm telling you, that Bible verse we push out, we push it out for 2 reasons. We push it out because somebody out there that's probably, and this lady told us that, and it made sense. Probably the first time they heard anything come out of the Bible. So we hope we touch somebody. And let me tell you, that's for me. I need to hear the word like that more every day. I need that because I stray. I'm a sinner. And I need help getting back to the middle.
They give you your own pew at church.
Ask my preacher. He has a hard time. Every time they say, "Oh, you're Odie's preacher," we bless you.
That happens there.
Yeah.
Good morning to you. Already 7:33. We've got more up and coming. We're going to be telling you about in just a moment. Y'all don't rush off there. Sandy Johnson, good morning. Good to see you. American Portable Buildings not only has buildings, but they also have trailers. They're budget-friendly, 0 down, no credit check. Come take advantage of these savings today. Take a look at all they have to offer. If it's a trailer you need, they have them from 12-foot to 16-foot to 18-foot, even car haulers. If you're tired of having to borrow a trailer every time you need one, see them today. Call 601-693-6200 or drop by for a visit at 4838 Old Homestead Road in Meridian. Grass cutting season is here, and if you need a new lawnmower, drop in and visit our friends at Freeman Tractor on Highway 494. If you've got a big yard with acres and acres to mow, they have the size yard you have. Freeman Tractor has the lawnmower that fits you and your budget. From 48-inch all the way up to 60, or the X-Mark lawnmower. Plenty of these to choose from. Also, they carry a complete line of LS tractors. Come by for a test drive today. Financing available. Visit our friends at Freeman Tractor, Highway 494. Rockhouse Gun & Pawn, located at 5430 Highway 19 North, is ready for spring. From weed eaters to push and riding lawnmowers, and one of the largest selections you'll find in chainsaws, along with power tools and generators for backup power. Maybe you're in the market for a TV or maybe a guitar. And not to mention a large selection of diamond rings and Louis Vuitton purses. The Rockhouse Gun & Pawn even has a private lobby for your pawns for confidentiality. Visit them today, Highway 19 North, Rockhouse Gun & Pawn. And welcome back. I briefly touched on this in the first show during the 6 o'clock hour. New York City yesterday, to where the guy went in and attacked on the 33rd floor with a weapon.
Yeah.
In the end, there's a total of 5 people. 3 employees, a police officer, and then where he turned the gun on himself and took his own life. The way the mayor of New York worded it, he was neutralized. That led him to believe early on that they did it, but now we're hearing that he took his own life. And again, that sometimes you don't get the full misinformation accidentally.
Yeah.
So maybe more of this will come out, but apparently had a tie to the NFL, and they're saying possibly was upset at the NFL was going in to do this. And man alive, 5 people lost their lives with this.
Over something just senseless.
Yes, but that was a big one that happened yesterday in New York City that was going on there. Deranged gunmen, as they put it, deranged. They used that a lot in a lot of the stories that were out there. Let's see here. What you got?
I've been married 43 years. My husband said you have the DW relationship. That means the husband deposits and the wife withdraws.
There you go. Kind of truth to that there.
Oh, man, I love it, Jackie.
Nothing like being stopped by the Neshoba County Sheriff's Department, is it?
Ooh.
Especially when...
yeah.
Now, you know, there's a lot of cars have hidden compartments now.
Yeah.
And that's a good place to hide your meth, isn't it?
But the Popo might know where that is.
And they did. We get some pictures there, and they duct taped this plastic cup. And look at all of that. That weighed, what did they say? It weighed 6.65 grams is what that weighs.
Methamphetamines.
Yeah, don't be doing that. There's a closer look at it on the truck seat there. Yeah. Good looking. They can roll that black tape pretty good, that electrical tape.
That electrical tape.
Yes, sir. And then as we go there, here he is. Jason Quinn has been arrested. And also Megan Morris being an arrest in this. Neshoba County is where all of this began.
Yeah.
Ended in a jail cell. So,
Mac Erston. My buddy. Booger. Miss you, brother. You talking about you got a Chevrolet truck and you need anything? It don't matter what year. Booger is a walking Chevrolet encyclopedia. 100%. If you say I got a 1943 doing this, he'll tell you the part number to go find the fix it.
That's pretty good.
I mean, he is good. Love you, brother. Hope everything's going good down there in Louisiana. So he's left us up here.
I talked to Patrick Allen yesterday afternoon, Patrick Allen Garage Doors and all that they do out there. And he goes, hey, I just got a phone call. I said, well, who was it? And he said, I'm pretty sure it was Scammer. And they were letting him know that because he didn't show up for court, they were coming to arrest him. But if he hurried right away to a kiosk and paid this, that Ward Calhoun was not coming to arrest him.
Got him on a green, just bring us a green dot.
And so, Sheriff's Department put this out in a little bit, and apparently it's been happening to a lot. They email all of this stuff. Look at this. They have gotten very, very clever on how they do this. They will email you something also.
Really?
Yes, sir. Text it to you, email it to you. They are really trying to scam you and get your money. The Sheriff's Department will not call you and do that. They will show up with handcuffs normally.
That's right.
They're not going to do that way. They're not making phone calls.
And they can spoof that number. If they call from the Sheriff's Department and say, and you just don't think so, you hang up and you call the Sheriff's Department back. I got a text yesterday that said unpaid parking ticket or unpaid tickets, and you need to settle this now by clicking this link. Do not click anything. None of this. Somebody, and the reason they're getting this good at it is because there's a lot of people paying. You know, are you fool?
We had a little slush.
You don't need no more.
Too much coffee overload.
Well, you caught it though before it got all the way down.
Yes, sir. That happens. Christy said she got the same call yesterday. So y'all watch this. And what they do normally is pick a county and hit it hard for a few days. So Lauderdale County at this point under siege of people trying to get money out of you.
Yeah, it's
and let me show you this. I was getting on I-20 yesterday, and I don't understand the situation of who, what, or why. But as I was getting on, there was a woman walking down the edge of the road, and I thought she had a buggy. She did not have a buggy. She had a chair with a bunch of...
She was going to the office, Scotty, right?
That must have been what it was, because the chair kept running out in front of me, and I slammed on brakes at the last second. Just be careful. I have no idea why she was doing this, but I snapped that picture when I slammed on brakes because it was right in front of my truck. I went on, I'd have bumped her, so I stopped and I took a picture of that, and she eased off and I went on. Again, be careful entering that intersection. There's a lot of people that cross there. Where she was going with the chair, up 20, I have no idea, but not a safe space to be rolling a chair.
Well, at least she didn't steal a buggy from one of our
that's true
stores. So that's good, because you know who's paying for that buggy.
That'd be you and me.
And
that meat costs a little bit more.
There. Yeah. All right. Yeah, MPD will not call, text, or email to collect fines. If you have any questions, call 484-6811.
Michelle will be glad to talk to you or anybody else there at the MPD if you get something like that.
You know, Michelle's the one that's going to send out that order to pick you up anyway, so she'll know.
Oh, she's got that job.
Yeah. So, yeah, call Michelle and talk to her, 484-6811. In the city of Meridian, the county, call the Sheriff's Department, 482-8602.
9806.
Yeah. Well, I had the number. There's my dyslexia.
Look at there's your number there in case you get lost.
482-9852. I know that one.
Because I frequently, well, that's a tough word to say after you had a bunch of coffee. Never go through a DUI checkpoint after having 5 cups of coffee, because you might word it wrong. But I keep those numbers handy because I get asked a lot of times, how do I get in touch with the power company? How do I reach this department? So we try to keep those handy.
You know, now that you said that, I had a guy come sit down in my office yesterday, and he brought up something very interesting, and I'm looking into doing some things with that.
Uh-oh.
So, you know why they called you looking for phone numbers?
Because you can't find them nowhere.
You can't find them. You know why? Because they used to be in the front page of the phone book.
All those are...
We don't do that. And he said the numbers on these old phone books, some of them are wrong. So I'm going to put together a list.
Make a magnetic thing.
I'm going to steal his copy and do some magnetic things to get out to the public, to have those numbers handy, so everybody have that right there on the fridge of who to call, how to call.
That's smart.
Yeah, so that was a good one to come sit down with me and say, hey, there's an issue. And I told him, I said, I hadn't thought about that. But
that old refrigerator magnet thing still works.
Yes, it does.
Who you gonna call?
Yep. Ghostbusters.
There you are.
We'll even have their number down there.
Don't forget this coming up on the 9th of August. This is going to be big at the First Baptist, as kids will get to take the Hunter's Education course. It begins at 8 a.m. And then it says roughly about 5 hours long or something?
Yeah. And I think they got through about 2:30 or so last year. But I tell you, the kids enjoyed it. I stayed there the whole time with them. The kids thoroughly enjoyed everything. These guys really took the time to explain everything to them, made it very interesting. They're going to feed you breakfast. They're going to feed you lunch. So there's stuff going on. And your kids, because this is girls, boys, all of it. This is something very important.
Okay, I got some. Gary just made a very good point there. If you give a quarter at Aldi to rent the buggy, can't you leave with it since you rented it?
Well, you rented it. You ain't buy it.
He's rented it. He could be taking it back, though.
Well, that's true.
Again, that's getting around the rules, but...
James says the chief needs to drug test every officer and staff, and as far as I know, that does happen. That they are tested. So, and that's everybody.
We pass along condolences to Chet of Chet's Paint and Body. His father passed away.
Yes.
Chester. I think everybody knew Chester. And we send condolences to Chet and his family during their difficult time with the passing of his father. I know he loved his daddy a whole lot there.
Yes, he did.
So y'all keep him in mind with what you're doing there. Let's see what else is happening here. We had a... that doesn't make sense. I'm going to have to dig more into that.
Find out what that is.
Yeah, because
somebody's lost the phone, and if this is you, I reckon.
Right, and I don't know which store.
Yeah.
So we'll get that straightened out there. Arlene.
That's me. Yep, call Scotty Ray. Well, don't call him because that phone blows up. You can text or email or message and say, that's me. And if you match that picture,
we'll figure it out from there.
We'll figure it out. But we were just talking about phone numbers and how to get in touch with people, Arlene. Your not your 911 for police, but your regular police phone numbers, sheriff's departments, all of that, all in one place, updated phone numbers.
This happened this weekend. I didn't get a chance to bring this up yesterday. This happened over the weekend near the Temple Theater. You know the three-wheeler bicycles?
Yeah.
You know, we had somebody that was bumped by a car. I was expecting it to be a lot. By the time the message, you know how you tell somebody something that gets passed down?
Yeah,
by the time it got to me, it was a lot worse than it really was. Once we arrived on scene, it was not as bad as it seemed, but somebody was bumped that was crossing the street there. Just a friendly reminder to pay attention to who's crossing the street. Sometimes people just forget where they are. I got passed by a bicycle on 8th Street yesterday. He was making all the red lights and I wasn't. He'd get to the scene quicker than I was.
Was he on the sidewalk?
He was on the sidewalk. He was beating me.
So you gonna get you a bike?
I hit it. No, I'll just have to be late. That's too much pedaling for me, Odie.
Oh, I'm with you on that.
I am not in that kind of shape anymore. It just doesn't quite work out for me like it did when I was a youngin' there. Good news over the weekend. We had a missing teenager come up as we went down to Leake County.
Yep.
And she was found safely. That is a miracle, and we're glad that happened.
Awesome.
Always glad. And let's see, Wednesday we'll go up to the Neshoba County Fair. Meridian Day will be going on. But I tell you what, it's a lot of fun going on at the Neshoba County Fair right now.
Look at that red dirt.
Can't miss it.
It will be red mud. Then it'll turn back to dirt. Then it'll go back to mud.
But a lot of good times are held there, a lot of racing, a lot of concerts that take place throughout the week. It is Neshoba County Fair Week, and a lot of police presence there. Remember, don't be acting ugly up there while visiting Neshoba County. They've got a full-blown staff that help out with that, don't they?
There's a lot of them, and they keep it. There's always a bad apple that tries to do stuff, but let me tell you, the security up there is police officers, sheriff's department. They don't play games. They will keep that place safe, and if you act a fool, they will put you in a holding cell.
We're still trying to get a comment from Ward to find out why he hadn't been wrestling these things.
Yeah, he should have gone out. We need a picture of him.
Now my question,
holding the
Odie,
gator down.
He's a little fella, it looks like. He ain't a real big
looks
fella.
like a lizard.
Yeah, but where there's a itty bitty when there's a mama somewhere.
Yeah.
And just what is in these woods out here? I'm afraid we got some big stuff.
Yeah, boy. We got some big gators around these parts.
And this leads to my next thought. I remember sitting at Al's Garden and Gift. This was about 2 years ago. And off in the distance, you could see somebody running from the Dollar General. Behind it, here come Tommy. Here come Landon.
Oh.
And if you remember, he ran up, what is that little road, that Cricket Road?
Cricket Road.
He runs up Cricket Road.
And hits the swamp.
And then jumps in the creek and tries to hold his breath with a piece of straw to breathe. And so they eased up on him, and they all knew he was there, and they let him stay underwater for a little while.
Did they just put the finger over the hole?
But a word to the wise, you will get eaten in these swamp waters around here by a gator. Just in case you don't know that, we got a bunch of those that are out there in the bushes.
We're probably right behind Florida when it comes to these here gators.
So just if you're a bad guy.
Yeah. You want to be careful.
Yes, sir.
They're everywhere.
I don't know if you're aware of this. We went out for this big interview that took place. They're filming a movie in Meridian. Do you know that?
Yes.
And as I pull this up, y'all get ready for this. The name of the movie is going to be Midnight Cry. Reverend Mike Bowles of the Evangel Temple. They were out filming a scene here, and I went up and watched this. Dude, that is That is really interesting of how they go with all of this.
And then have to piece it all together and put it all together and make a movie. And he said hopefully by the end of this year, it will be complete.
And be able to view there. We're looking forward to it. And again, it's all about saving someone. It's what these movies and what this is going to be focused on, making it as realistic as it can to what real life is, and showing you what Jesus Christ can do for you. Reverend Mike Bowles, and they've got a lot of actors in it. And I drove till I found the movie site. I said, man.
And there it is.
Don't nobody ever come out here, do they?
Well, you remember Fireproof. That was a good Christian-based movie, and it was very impactful. So we don't see as many of these as I think we could see that would be out there.
What was the movie? the guy, the gospel singer that had been abused by his daddy when he was little, and then they made right. And is it I Can Only Imagine? Was that the song? What was that? And they made a movie about it to where Amy Grant was going to record the song, and she stopped and said, "No, you need to come up here and do this."
Maybe that's what I Can Only Imagine.
I'm not sure if it was Only I Can Imagine or another one, but man, somebody knows the answer to that. I can see that big old boy, big stout guy. I don't see the troll.
I don't either.
Is it Rachel there? Yes, that is going to be there.
Yep, she's got another one up there too. Bye, Miss American Pie.
So I can't. I just don't remember the name of the song. It'll come to me in just a minute as to who he was. But a powerful, powerful song there. I Can Only Imagine. Okay, I was right.
Okay.
But Dennis Quaid played in it. Not Dennis, but
golly,
you know Quaid.
Yeah.
He was in Switch and so many other movies. But he played the dad in it, and Mercy Me was the name of the group. I Can Only Imagine, Mercy Me. You want to talk about something powerful. And it recounted his childhood, the little girl there, when they were at camp. Boy, it was touching there. Quaid was also in that Christian movie about the dog. That, when he was a kid, and y'all have to work with me on this, where he had the puppy dog as a kid, and then the dog keeps coming back. God sends him back to be somebody else's pet, and then he reconnects years later.
I don't think I've seen that one.
Oh, man, let me tell you what.
Is it tough?
It's tough there. And it's Quaid. And
Dennis Quaid.
Dennis Quaid. Yeah, he's a great actor.
Randy Quaid, that's it. Randy was the one I was thinking. It was Dennis on there?
Yeah, it's Randy who played on Vacation. Lampoon's Christmas Vacation, but his brother Dennis.
That's right. Okay.
Dennis is quite the actor, but it's about the dog, a dog's life, or that's it.
A dog's life.
But y'all will talk about something touching. That one's powerful also there. This is speaking of a pup. This is Missing from North Hills. This yours? If y'all have seen her, y'all let us know, and we'll try to get that pup back home there. We'll be right back. We got more coming up. That Mercy Me, that's some strong stuff,
Bart
y'all.
Millard from Mercy Me. Okay.
Well, learn something.
On a hot day chasing crime in Meridian, to make a man thirsty, there's no better way than an ice-cold Coca-Cola to quench your thirst.
Or an ice-cold Diet Coke if you prefer that flavor.
No matter where you're at, stop by a local store and support that store and Meridian Coca-Cola. They're supporting us every day.
At the Back Porch, we're bringing families back together for fun, food, and all the things you love to enjoy around your home. Everything starts with a great grill, cookware, and accessories. Add in locally sourced meat and dairy, frozen vegetables and casseroles, and over 500 brands of spices and sauces. Relax in our chairs, swings, and daybeds and have fun with our cornhole boards. From animal print coolers to authentic Louis Vuitton purses, we have what you need. When you see the big chair, you've made it to the Back Porch.
At Pettit Jewelers in Philadelphia, Mississippi, trust Nicole with your priceless heirloom jewelry. With generations of refined expertise, she ensures your cherished pieces are meticulously cared for. Pettit Jewelers, Philadelphia.
Our local headlines are brought to you by the Rock House Gun and Pawn.
Welcome back. This is one of those things that's creepy. as we go to Holmes County, Mississippi. And, for years, I think this happened many, many moons ago in Meridian as people were attempting to break into the Queen of the Gypsies grave because it was rumored that she was buried with precious.
And everything else,
Holmes County, they arrested a thief in the cemetery for trying to get into a grave.
That's just...
it's sick.
Boy, that's eerie.
Yeah, that you have no... I don't even know what the word is that I'm looking for there.
Kathy, we think that is. That is a good... On a hot day chasing crime in Meridian, I make a man...
It was fun.
We had fun with
it.
That.
Was truly true. Sad news is we go to Columbus, Mississippi, MUW campus. There was a guy working on a roof. Somehow or another he fell off, rushed to a hospital, and he did not survive. That's one of those sad situations to where what can we say other than prayer for that family as they go through this. And more of this, I think it was Mississippi Today that did an article with Tommy Duff. Is he going to run for governor of Mississippi or not? It has not been answered yet, but there's a lot of talk about it, so it could happen. And if he runs for governor, it could upset the apple cart of some of these professional politicians that have been out there forever. So will it happen? It's a strong possibility. We don't know for sure yet, but it could change the face of politics across the great state of Mississippi for a little bit.
And there's people out there that say, I want to run for governor, and I'd like to take that step and run for that position. Only one so far that I know of has come out and said my name's in the hat. And that old Delbert.
No, we got two.
Oh, and
Andy Gibson.
Andy Gibson has come out.
Delbert and Andy are the two that are confirmed.
Right. I think there's a lot more that's sitting back going, we're going to see what this fella here is going to do.
There's Lynn
first.
Finch. There's Shad White waiting in the wings.
Yeah.
And who will be it?
I think
this guy is strong. It will influence who decides to run and who doesn't.
I believe that, and because this is another one of those that can't be bought.
No, because he owns a bank.
Because he already owns everything.
He's making interest off your money.
What are you gonna give him? He already owns it.
But did y'all know how truly impressive it is to have? Him and his brother are by far the richest in the state of Mississippi, but they're great businessmen. They brought a lot of jobs to our state, and they live and they're giving as well. Each year they help out Mississippi State. They help Southern with their football teams. They do a lot. Southern Tire Mart is owned by them. Toyota Meridian is owned by them, and several other dealerships in town, and possibly more coming along. Yeah, so they do a lot for the economy. I mean, it's not just they own banks. I think they own some insurance. It's just a list of what they have and employ a lot. The man knows how to run a business
and multiple business. And you think if you can take multiple different businesses, different types. We're going from tires to banks to automobiles to you name it.
Yeah.
And you think a man like that run for governor? Now, a governor's limited by who we put in the House and the Senate. So you got to have all that too. They got to work together.
And as we all know, the lieutenant governor has a lot of power in the state of Mississippi.
So when it comes to voting, I think he'd make a great governor, but who are we going to elect to represent us when it comes time to help a man like that in that position? Very powerful man, and I think if he put his name out there, he'd be very, very, very hard to beat.
So we're watching. We'll see what becomes of this. This is the early stages of it. We're, 2 years out from the election now?
Well, yeah, year and a half.
People will be making their announcing pretty soon there. So there you go. I did read this, and I feel like it should have already been released. All the information as we go to Texas. Remember the school, Valdeda, the school
where or whatever, however it is.
Correct. And the school board and the people of the town have fought to not release the information. Well, they've finally given up after they've been sued by the Associated Press and many, many other, because it is freedom of the press, and they're finally going to give up their fight and turn over all the files so everybody can see what really went on at that school that day when police failed. And it was a failed attempt there. They just...
You know, not just for the public's sake to have this information, to know what really went on, but this right here needs to go out to every sheriff's department, every police department.
Yes.
Every school resource officer out there. This needs to be part of a training now to build up what happened and how to fix that situation. It's sad what happened down there. Our hearts break for what happened down there. It is something that many, many, many lives have been changed over this.
And tell me this.
We can use this for the good to help the rest of the country.
You say that, and it brings to mind of you remember that robbery of was it Beverly Hills, to where the guys robbed the bank and they were in full body armor?
Oh yeah, they were
walked
out
down the street,
open. Yeah,
and they couldn't stop them.
Yeah,
and it became a training for
exactly
FBI
right.
from their own to learn how to handle situations like that. I'd never seen anything. I remember watching it was live television from the scene, and they were just.
Oh yeah, it was tough. Because they were getting hit, but it wasn't...
Didn't faze them.
No. Daddy, and everybody knows that I lost my father 30 years ago, to cancer. And one of the doctors, Dr. Emmanuel at UAB, he asked us, he said, we went through all kind of stuff trying to figure it out. But he finally came to us and said, we know what it is. And it was multiple myeloma. And he came to us and he said, we know the outcome of your dad is not what we wanted. Nobody does, but we want to know if we can use his case in our class and teaching, because we have learned a lot. And it was, well, will this save one person? Yeah, then use it.
I get that.
Progressed off of it, and they've made some great headway, and has really done that type of cancer. They've come a long way with it. So I lost my father, but in the overall case, it has helped many, many people, and I feel good about that.
Yep. And that's a good thing there.
So I hate that they're going through this type of deal, but I hope that we can use that into a learning situation and stop this from happening again.
Yeah, and as always, because what training will do, no matter what you do for a living, when it does happen, is second nature. If you do it enough, then you're not affected by what's going on. You just know what to do. The more training.
Practice doesn't make perfect.
Correct.
But
sure does help.
Practice definitely gets that muscle memory.
There you are. So. All right, we got any birthdays this morning?
We've got a few of them that we got coming in. I don't think I've missed a bunch of them. But anyway, Pat Levette, 54, Levitt, friend of ours down in L.A. Perrin Birchfield's got a birthday. Dawson Scruggs, 2. And Lance Clearman's got a birthday today. So y'all have a wonderful, happy birthday. We didn't get any anniversaries. We did get somebody that said that the husband deposits and the wife withdraws. It's strange how that goes with that. Let's see. We're going to go. Our little computer here is going to take us to the book of John this morning.
Well, what's John got to say?
Verse 8. When Jesus spoke again to the people, he said, I am the light of the world. Whoever follows me will never walk in darkness, but will have the light of life. And that is one thing that he will bring us, and that is the light into our life, the light into our world, and what we can see and do through our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. Bring him into your life. Give him all your burdens. Let him walk with that instead of us. And accept him into our hearts will change our lives forever. Y'all have a wonderful day. We love you. We'll be back tomorrow. Tomorrow's hump day.
It is.
Woo, we're already passing through pretty quick. Y'all have a wonderful day. We love you. Be safe.